Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin from Florals.com and today we have another episode of 2020 Creative Reset. You guys are going to love this episode because we're going to start diving in to organization. If you haven't caught up on the 2020 Creative Reset series, definitely check out the playlist link down below. We've talked about our goals, goal setting, and goal tracking so far, and today we're talking about and starting to talk about how our craft rooms and craft supplies can work for us so that we can achieve our goals and scrapbook more prolifically, do more projects, get more stories on paper, and just be the best scrapbooker we can be. Oftentimes we self-sabotage, which I talked about at the beginning of 2020 Creative Reset when I was explaining the series. We sometimes set ourselves up for failure because we don't organize things the way we think we should. We don't organize things the way that maybe our brain thinks, and we just go with the flow. We oftentimes do a lot of different things that sort of sabotage us in ways that we don't really realize until it's too late and we're stuck in our ways and things go poorly. So today we're actually going to be talking about our craft rooms. Everyone has a different setup. Everyone has a different space. Some people it's just the dining room table on certain days. Some people have a room. Some people have half a room, maybe a corner in the living room. But we're evaluating the before of our craft room. What works and what doesn't work. And then in the next episode, we'll be talking about changing it up. You know, what we can do to change things to work better for ourselves. So I'll give you guys some ideas, organization tips, and, you know, sort of like ideas for you to assess your own projects and how you can go forward and change things so they work better. And then later down the road, we'll have an after where I show you guys what I changed and how it's working for me. So I'm going to take you guys off this view. I just had a couple things here on my desk from something I just worked on, but I'm going to take you guys off this view and show you a couple spots in my craft room I definitely want to address. And then we'll see how it changes over time. And we'll come back with some more tips next week on how we can change different types in or different places in our craft room, because I think I have some tips that you guys will enjoy, and you guys can comment tips back for me about my situations that I want to change. So it'll kind of be a fun idea exchange of sorts in the comments. So definitely get your comment section ready because I'm about to show you some crazy stuff. First off is my desk. So let me turn you guys around and show you guys what's going on with my desk currently. So here's a brief overview of my desk, which I have shown before in Vlogmas and some other videos. But as you can tell, it is one, very messy, and two, very unorganized. So specific sections that I want to talk about are one, this side. This side I call my piling side. This is where I pile everything that I don't know what to do with. Right now I have an empty photo box case, some chipboard embellishments I don't know what to do with, stickers I need to put away, some wood discs, my X-Acto knife, all sorts of stuff over there that needs to be put away. We got photos, we've got shimmers. The next section is this section, which is, I guess, my like little embellishment center. I keep my colored washi tapes in here. And then some of these are labeled correctly, other ones are not. There's no food in here, don't worry. Post-it notes everywhere, rags everywhere, just stuff everywhere. Definitely needs to be fixed up a bit, reorganized a bit. And I'm really happy with my washi tape organization, but the rest of it, need to think that through. This is the main section I want to focus on and want to get your advice on. I have a 3-shelf tiered thing, so like each shelf's a different size, that I currently have these plastic type containers in holding different supplies. And I'll pull this out in a minute. I'm just finishing this overview section, but definitely needs to be fixed up and reorganized. These are embellishments I sorted in a different video and still haven't put away yet. Are we surprised? No. And then next to that, we have more mess. This is my current kit, so I don't mind this being out, but we got extra photos from a different album. These are where I keep a bunch of different things, my blocks, my ink, some tools. So these aren't open too often except my stamp drawer, but things I still need to evaluate. And then up here is my tool caddy and rulers and pens and my embossing buddy, which is going to fall. So you put that way. You know, we got a lot going on. I need to get out my new mat that I got for Christmas, so that'll probably be in the end after, which I think will just, you know, end up being a room tour when we're done. But this is one of my main areas that I want to focus on, and you guys probably saw this, like I showed. This is like my sticker center. These are like all of my stickers and embellishments, so that's all that is. But this is what I want to show you guys. So let me grab my tripod and show you guys around. So how I describe this tiered unit is my junk drawer of my craft room. The bottom section here is full of a lot of stuff. This is mainly, or stuff on the top there, my neutral washi tapes. Clearly I've outgrown this bin, or maybe I just need to find a new way to store them. But right now, technically outgrown, too many, but I love them all. So that's what's in this one. I don't mind them being there. I like that they're out. I use washi tape on every one of my layouts. So this works for me. This makes sense. Does the sizing make sense? No. But that's something I can live with for now. This is one of the first This is one of the first junk sections. Here I have some watercolor tabs. Usually I use these as wipe off pieces, if that makes sense. So this is just a spare piece I wipe my brush off on to make sure it's clean. So I keep those out. That's fine. My extra adhesive. This is the last one I have of my basil adhesive, so kind of hoarding it, but that's okay. That can stay there too. But these are the bins from Michaels. They have these, I think, in pink and mint as well. So if you're looking for something, maybe try this out. But this one definitely needs to change. Oh, I lost one of my cats. I've been decorating this with cat stickers. If you guys didn't know, I have 2 cats. I love them dearly. So I have my refill tacky glue. This was actually gifted to me from one of my friends. I have to try that still. My water brush, which technically can go in my embellishment or my tool center up there, so that goes up there. I have a glassine bag, which definitely doesn't go there. I had 2 Lawn Fawn stamps. Let me grab the other one. It's not a Lawn Fawn stamp. I can't grab it. But I have a like you and then a happy birthday. I'm going to put the happy birthday one back. I didn't know that Lawn Fawn sent you free stamps until I ordered from them, which is very, very nice of them. So as you start to look through the sections of your scrap room that you want to fix, and again, start small. I'm starting with something on my desk. I might show you a couple other areas that I want to improve, just not give you an in-depth like I'm doing now. I like having these on my desk because they're quick sentiments, and I don't know how else to store them in my regular stamp storage, so they go there. I have this card from the last time I made a paper issues order. How cute is that sloth? And then Cassie's note. This was a stamp gifted to me as a, bonus in my Speak Mom Scraps order. I can't remember what it says. Just because you mean the world to me. That's cute. So that can go in my wood stamps, my mounted stamps. Okay, that's put away. Extra adhesive. This is my tear tape. Definitely doesn't need to go in this bin, but we'll see. I have some extra binder rings. I never know where to put these, but I think I'm going to put them in with my binder clips. Seems like a logical place to put them, which are over on the left side of my desk, to the left of my desk rather. And then we have embellishments. So this is a bunch of circles I punched out for a tutorial over on my Patreon where we did shakers using our punches. So if you're interested in that, check out my Patreon, link down below. And then I have my Paige Evans die cuts. Now I have a couple different ways I store my die cuts. I love having ones that are on my desk to pull from at random times. They inspire me a lot just to have them open. And I also have a catch-all of them as well. So this one's just a random bucket. This is a heart-shaped bucket from Wegmans that they sold around Valentine's Day. And I really love these shaped buckets. I just think they're so cute. So this is Jelly Bean Soup, Fancy Pants, Ellie Studio, more Fancy Pants and Jelly Bean Soup. There's definitely more. This one's Recollections. So this is a catch-all of various ones. I like going through this when I need something to complete a layout, but I don't know what. That's kind of what these two serve. And while you're actually cleaning out or looking through, make sure you're cleaning as you go. I'm not going to be doing that on this because I don't have anything to clean with while I'm sitting here. But imagine that I did. I will for the final reveal and when we start implementing new ideas. But for now, we're just evaluating. We're looking at what we have and if it does or doesn't work. So pretend this container is not full of cat hair and it is not dusty. So that's what went in my first bin. My first idea is to switch these containers. I get this washi tape out way more than I get out this bin, and there's usually stuff on this side of my desk than this on my, well, I see that there's stuff there everywhere right now, but pretend it's not there. I'm in a video filming mood, so that is what I'm doing. So then when I replace some of these things, I'm going to start thinking about what actually needs to be in this bin. Do these adhesives need to be here, or could they live somewhere else? Obviously, this card does not need to be there other than he was upside down. Other than he's really, really cute. So he could go somewhere else, like on a bulletin board. So we're going to set him aside. These can technically go in my clear stamps. They don't need to live on my desk. It's not a necessity. So over to my clear stamps they go. So then I have my 2 bins of embellies, both in my little hearts. I love these heart-shaped bins. I can't express that enough. I want them to face the same direction though. So we have 2 bins of embellies. Now this isn't where the embellishments stop on this unit, so I'm actually going to set these aside. Those might go somewhere else. So right now we kind of have an empty, you know, like tools bin down here. We definitely don't need it, but we have it. Then the next shelf. Let me move you guys up a little bit. So first off, I have a little instruction set from the Letter It kit that I have up here. I just don't want to lose this, so it went up there. Me trying to justify everything that goes up here. This is another like junk bin. I keep my water and my glue in it, but maybe these could go down in this bottom bin somewhere. Right now they're just going to be thrown in there to move them out of the way. Then this is where I keep the spare doilies that I get out and spare cut-offs of foam. My fun foam at least, because I find that if I need a small piece, I'll reach in here rather than grab a new one. And then sometimes my doilies are hard to get out due to where they are in my room, which is another thing I need to evaluate. But I keep bigger embellishments in here, so these big wood veneer that don't fit anywhere, my normal wood veneer, which go in this unit. And then I have a set of brads that I've been trying to use for years. So I'm not mad about this bin. I think this bin functions rather well. I'm going to leave it. Set it down though. Behind that, I have an enamel dot stuck to an acrylic container. Enamel dots are a prized commodity around here. I can't believe I let it just sit there. This was actually a kit, part of a kit that I put together for one of my vintage themed kits way too long ago that it's still together. So I need to put all these bits away and empty out this container so I could use it for other things. So this is actually not going to go back up there. It's definitely a address later, put away later kind of thing. So I'm glad that's gone. Next we have this container, which is another address later container. This is the embellishments that I sorted during one of our other 2020 Creative Reset videos that I was chatting through. So these are all sorted by color pretty much. I just need to put them away. So that'll go in the address later bucket. And then I have these couple pieces of enamel dots that I need to finish. This will go in my finish it bucket, which I kind of have neglected since Vlogmas, but I do have it and I will put these in it. There, I already put them in it. This goes in the same container. These are some Heidi Swaff stickers I'm trying to finish. Like 8 stickers left. So those will go in there as well. And that's probably something that will eventually come back to my desk. So like I mentioned, you're going to start evaluating your space in a way that you're evaluating it. You don't necessarily need to address everything right now. You don't have to put everything away. You don't have to redesign everything in one day. Taking it one step at a time, evaluation's the first step. I evaluated that I didn't like my desk setup and it definitely needs to change. This was the first thing I wanted to go through with you guys, but I'll also do a roundup at the end of this video to show you some other sectors that I want to address in my craft room so that you can see how they end up later. And again, next week we're going to be sharing more tips about the way you can organize things so that they work better for you and all that stuff. So leave your comments down below with things that you struggle with so that we can address them together and start sharing ideas with each other before next week when we actually start sharing ideas. This is another bin I don't mind. This is actually a bin of, well, some goodies Daisy gave me, as well as my dimensional pieces. So things that aren't die cuts, because I have a die cut bin and then I have an everything else bin essentially. So I have some sequins that she gave me, some stickers, wood veneers. This is ribbon from Spiegelmom Scraps and some twine from Spiegelmom Scraps. So I don't mind this bin. I like that it's just a little catch-all for those things and that I can pull from it often and whenever I need to. So I like that one, and I like that it's behind the die cuts because I think I have more trouble using die cuts than dimensions, so that works out better for me. So as of right now, I don't mind this setup. The only thing I mind is the things that are in the bins. So some people might not, or might mind the fact that you have to take out one bin to get to another. And that's something you need to evaluate. If you're not someone who likes to dig for things, don't make it so you have to dig for things. And of course, that also depends on what you're doing in your craft room, how big your space is, and, you know, the things at your usage. So then we have the top tier, which again is a just mess. So the first tall thing I have here are my foam replacement blenders. These technically don't need to go up here at all. I'm actually going to move these back to where they should naturally go, which is near my my blending tools. So I'm going to move these and actually take them out of the package and just put them with my blending tools. And now that I have a bunch of these, now each of my inks can have one. And if one ever breaks, I'll have an extra if I need it. And then that's some recycling I can use for the recycling bin, which is perfect. Then we're going to start right on the left side here. I have some of these. At first I didn't know what it was. These are index cards. If I am planning a layout of any sort and it's a kit and I need to have somewhere to put down what embellishments to use or anything like that, or I need to write down a sketch, this is where I put it on an index card, and these are the blank type, which I really prefer. So those will naturally stay up there, as well as my post-it notes. I use these to write down dates that I need to put on layouts, or if a kit can go with something specific, this is what I'll use to write a note. Or if a layout has to go up on a certain day, this is essentially what I use to note that. Then I have my Zots. Now I have 2 packs of these now, thanks to Christmas time. I got the Zots Bling for Christmas, which I have enjoyed using, and then I have the large size as well. So these will stay up there only because I don't have a drawer for adhesive that's near me, so having these out has been very helpful. We've got my double-sided rolls of adhesive, don't mind that. I got 2 of these from scrapbook.com. These will stay up there. I think I'm just going to rearrange this shelf, to be honest. A lot of this stuff I really want up there. This is that kit I mentioned earlier that came with these instructions, this Letter It kit. Now these are things that I bought a while ago. I believe I bought it at Hobby Lobby on clearance. So I need to actually put this stuff together and actually use it. So the perfect pearls are here, and it comes with a marker and a little mini mister, which I still haven't used. I really got excited to use that and I just haven't yet. Pretend I didn't drop all that stuff. And then another perfect pearls and the perfect medium, and then this little tiny brush. So this is a kit I'm going to put somewhere else. It doesn't need to stay up there because obviously I don't use it on every layout, and this is something I stare at every day. So I'm going to move these. I might get a little bin itself just so it can stay together, or at least a bag. That way everything doesn't fall apart and, you know, get away from each other, because I definitely want to do the project. I just haven't had the chance. Can you guys see that dust? Oh my god. I haven't cleaned anything since we moved. And then we have, I haven't touched most of this stuff either. Then we have my medium clear media. My Dina Wakley Media Clear Gesso. I honestly haven't used gesso in so long, but you know, it's here if I need it. And then I have my Inka Gold. Now these don't need to go up here. Again, I don't reach for them very often. So these are just going to go in my mixed media tower, which, to be honest, there's not a lot of room in, but there's a bottom shelf I can put them in. And now they're there, so that's all that matters. So that's a clean shelf. So now let's stack everything back up. Again, if you don't have time to clean everything right now, you don't have to. You can also see my reflection in there. Hi. So I'm going to stack these back up here the way I want. And sometimes it's just going through stuff and just saying, oh, this doesn't need to go here, or this doesn't have to take up this much space, or stuff like that. So I'm going to move these around a little bit so it works better for me. And now I have some room up there to put anything that I might need. Who knows what that'll be, but I think that looks better. Keeps my mind clear because I don't need to look at these perfect pearls every day and say, why haven't I used those yet? But they're really, really pretty. I mean, this one's called Perfect Gold. Are they all called Perfect something? No, okay. So Perfect Gold. But it's really pretty. And I can't wait to use it. But until then, this is my evaluation of this area. So now that we've done a walkthrough of an example of how to walk through and evaluate one of your areas, I gave myself some to-dos. I need to go through these die cuts, put them away. I need to go through my washi tape, make sure there's none I want to get rid of. Kind of making yourself a to-do list so that you can address it when you have time, because a lot of times we only have 10 minutes. And taking 20 minutes to go through something like this and make a to-do list is more productive than trying to do, try to just go through it all at one time. So maybe you're in the same boat where you have some stuff on your desk and you're not sure what to do with it. Like, I want to put away that stuff. I want to look at this and reevaluate this. But as a walkthrough for this video, we went through this unit. And I'll show you a couple other places in my craft room before I leave of things I want to evaluate a little bit differently. So let's go check those out, and then I will wrap up this video. This is definitely one of the other sections I want to check out in my craft room and sit down and reevaluate very soon. We have my sequins on the left-hand side, but there's 2 bins, so having them stacked doesn't really work well. I have my 3x4 note cards, pocket page cards down here, random stickers that need to be put away. My sticker books as well as my small flat alphas are down here. I have some on a binder ring and then some loose because they don't have binder ring capabilities, but they're just, I can't reach for them often because they're over here. And they're all stuck together. And the same goes for these poor enamel dots back here that I can't get to. And then behind that is my ribbon box, which clearly has jumped out of its cage here and needs to be put back. But this all needs to be rearranged so that, like, there's no blocking here. I love my sticker books to death, but do they need to go here? Probably not. So maybe I could even put them on my top tier up here, so they're in a more proper space. I'm not sure what the solution is yet, but I'm going to sit down and go through this and see what needs to be on this shelf and what doesn't. So this is the Raskog that sits behind me, and definitely one of the other places I want to go through, and that I'll update you guys for sure in the end of this section of 2020 Creative Reset. The other section I want to share with you guys before this episode is over that I want to reevaluate is my photo organization over here. It is a mess. I tend to just pile things on top instead of actually using the bins that they're in. So I definitely want to fix that. And as you guys noticed earlier, I have an empty one of these photo organizers on my desk. So I'm hoping to bring that over here and tidy this up quite a bit. So we'll talk about all sorts of organization videos or organization types in the next episode with tips and tricks on what you can do to organize your stuff in terms of maybe stamps or things. But please leave a comment down below for what you want to see, how I organize, so we can share tips together. And I'm really excited to share that with you guys. So that is it for evaluating what's not working in our craft rooms for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Next week, we're going to be evaluating what does work for me so I can share tips with you guys. But please leave comments down below for what you want to see how I organize. So it could be die cuts, or it could be stickers, or it could be paper, or it could be anything. Stamps and completed layouts and whatever you want to see, let me know, and we'll try to get that in the next episode. But today is over, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Again, I have some to-do listings here that I need to go address, and I'll do so as soon as I have some time. But don't worry about doing everything in one sit down. Sometimes that's just not possible, but if you do have a day to dedicate to it, more power to you, and good luck on your adventure of trying to organize it all. But I hope you guys enjoyed and look forward to more organization videos for 2020 Creative Reset. But I'm going to go take care of these, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.